Welcome back to strategic management class. Now we are discussing in the previous chapter about benchmarking. In today's class, we are going to learn about total quality management. So, benchmarking, total quality management, all these things are in improving the efficiency, in improving the productivity, in improving the quality aspects and features of a product or services. So, what is TQM? Definition of TQM. Definition of TQM, the total quality management is defined as a customer oriented process and aims for continuous improvement of business operations. So, as you know, any business will exist, survive, and flourish only if it is customer oriented. That is, it serves the needs and wants of the customer in a more profitable and better than the competitors. So, what happens? TQM is one of the way to improve the customer satisfaction through like introducing the quality aspects in our product or service. It ensures that all allied works, particularly works of the employees, are towards a common goal of improving product quality or service quality, as well as enhancing the production process or process of rendering of services. So it focuses on the overall improvement of a product or services and overall improvement in the production process. Process means the process of making a product or services. However, the emphasis is put on fact-based decision making with the use of performance metric to monitor progress. Here, I mean, the action to improve the quality or to enhance the process is not based on the a person's opinion or a person's perception. It is based on the fact. Okay, that's a it's in other words, it's mostly based on the scientific evidence or facts. Okay, now we discuss about the key principles of TQM or total quality management. First one, commitment from the management. For anything to happen, either it's a quality or anything like a vision, mission. So everything should start from the top. Okay, so the in terms of implementing the TQM, the first thing is the top management has to have commitment. That's they have to plan, drive, and direct. And then second is the one they have to do. Okay, first they have to plan, and then after that it has to be passed from the top management to the middle and bottom level. Then they have to do, that is implementing, deploy the right person to do this, and then they should give support in terms of the raw materials, resources, and all those things. And they should also participate. Without that participation, implementation is not possible. Then check means evaluation, review, how far the principles of TQM are working in terms of improving the quality of the product or in enhancing the production process and all those things. Act, recognize, communicate, and revise. After revision or evaluation, okay, they can check how far it is successful. If it is successful, continue to implement. If it is not that much successful, then revise and communicate this to the people who are also participating in implementation of TQA. So that's the first one, is the commitment from the management. Now the second one is the employee empowerment. So that's more into training. How can it possible? What is employee empowerment? That is empowering or giving power to the employers or subordinates to take certain decisions. Okay, this decision will will have a positive impact on the quality or a product or customer satisfaction. Okay, so the empower is not to, I mean, misuse. It is for the betterment of the organization. And then, so first it starts with the training. Okay, so training will motivate the staff, training will prepare the subordinates and the employees at the bottom level to be a productive member of an organization. Then form an excellent team. Okay, because individual may not achieve to some, can only achieve to some extent. In order to achieve the full essence of TQM, okay, every one in the organization has to work as a team. So a team spirit has to be created and team has to be formed to implement this. Okay, that's the second one. Third, measurement and recognition. Again, after implementing, check whether the process is as per plan and suggestions, and communicate this to the employees how far they are implementing the TQM. Third one is continuous improvement. Okay, first we have seen at the top management, then at the employee level. Third one is a continuous improvement. It's a systematic measurement in terms of the quality of the product. Again, here excellence team, cross functional process management. Cross functional means one employee in the department may be deployed in other department in order to have a fresh thinking, new system into the other department. So attain, maintain and improve standards. Okay, so in terms of attaining and improving and maintaining this products standards and quality, this continuous improvement can be implemented. Then fourth one is customer focus. As you know very well that any business, for the success and sustain, customer orientation is very important. That is the business or marketer should think from the customer perspective. Okay, so customer focus, that is possible only if they are focused or concentrated on the customer. So partnership with the suppliers, so business can have by collaboration or any kind of affiliation with the suppliers, they are able to achieve a competitive edge. In this way they are able to serve their customer better. Service relationship with internal customers. What is internal customers? The employees in the organization are called internal customers. Why? Because the management has to treat the employees in such a way that like how they expect their employees to treat the customers. If the management treat the employees in a nice polite manner, okay, in a respectful manner, so the same thing will be passed by the employees to the customers, because the first line employees are the one who really comes in contact with the customers on day to day basis. So if a management or manager is treating his employees nicely, so here internal customers nicely, so this good treatment is passed on to the customer so that the customer will be happy. Customer drivers driven standards. So the standards of a product or services should be enhanced, or should be upgraded in terms of the expectation of the customers. As we know, the environment is changing, the business environmental changing, so do the customers expectations. So marketers has to monitor all these things, and they have to upgrade the quality and service of the product in accordance with the expectations of the customers. So never compromise quality, very important. Sometimes business, they, in order to fight the competition, in order to increase the profit, they compromise the quality of the product by reducing the quality of the raw materials. This is very wrong. Initially it may give higher percentage or margin of profit. In a short run this may be a successful strategy, but if for a long run this will end up in dissatisfaction of the customer, and thereby they quit our products. So we don't have our customer, we lose our customer. So yeah, marketer or business should never ever think of using a strategy of compromising the quality to reduce the cost. Then fifth one is a process oriented, thinking about the process, handling of the process. So just re-examining, re-evaluating the way things are done. Okay, from purchasing the that is acquiring the raw materials, to input of raw materials, to output of raw materials. In each and every stages, they need to re-examine, scrutinize the process. Wherever possible they can add value to the process, they can reduce the process time, they can reduce the they can improve the way the things are done, in order to reduce the time, in order to reduce the cost and all those things. process which are result oriented. Try to inculcate the process which are result oriented, and result oriented which is again which are time efficient, cost efficient processes which are really needed in order to enhance the quality of this thing. This has to be incorporated. Then the next one is decision making based on facts only and not on opinions. As I mentioned earlier, whenever they take a decision pertaining to the quality of the product or improving the process or employee welfare or top management communication, so whatever whatever the management doing, taking a decision, the decision should not be based on the just opinion of the people, just perception of the people. They should try to collect, they should collect the information, real information, based on that only the decision has to be taken, not on the opinions of the people, because if opinions of the people, the opinion may be wrong. So whenever we take a decision, have a facts or things which are like based on the science. So integrated strategic and systematic approach to ensure entire organization is aligned and ensure that all the members in the organization are in line with that of the objective of the company. Communication must be open and at all levels of the organization. So as we know, usually in any organization the communication flows from the top management to bottom. That's one thing in terms of like communicating the new strategies, vision, missions, and all those things. But a good organization will also have like a two-way communication. Okay, in one way, in terms of communicating things like a strategy, vision, it should flow from the top management to bottom, and it should flow from bottom to top also. In either way it should be flowing from bottom to top. It can be like suggestions, it can be like how to improve, how to enhance or increase the satisfaction of the customer, or in terms of decision making participation. So what happens, if the managers are ready to hear the suggestions, grievances, ideas, opinions of their subordinates, then the communication also flows from bottom to top. This way they are able to collect the real information which is happening at the bottom level, instead of managers sitting in the boardroom just assuming this is not the way. They have to collect the correct information pertaining to the problem or opportunity which is availing in the situation, and take the right decision. So as mentioned, it is possible only if the managers keep the two way of communication, and keep ear opens to the suggestion, opinion, ideas of their subordinates, and also involve the subordinates by empowering them in the decision making and all those things, so that the employees take responsibility, ownership of their decision, and ensure that they achieve the decision 100%. Then implementation of TQM. First is a commitment, very important. If you are planning and if you plan to what do you say, implement your plan, okay, then what happens, commitment is very important, whether it's a personal life or professional life. Quality improvement in all aspects must be very everyone's job in the organization. It's not like just the people at the bottom level or people at the top level. So it is a part of everyone's. An apparent commitment from the top management, breaking down the barriers for continuous quality improvement, and steps required to provide an environment for changing attitude must be provided. So as I told you, communication should be both way, from top management to bottom and bottom to top management, in terms of what do you say, in terms of opinions, suggestions, and guest complaints, and ideas how to improve and all those things. And top management should also set time aside to ensure that these things are implemented successfully, and they also should give room and resources for the people working them to implement the decision. Training and support for this should be extended. These resources can be in the form of training, because with the changing environment, the way we do things as changes, and the expectations of the consumer changes, new technologies are coming, so new process are coming. For all this to be successfully implemented, a training must be not a one time one, it should be a like ongoing one. And the training given to the staff should be relevant one to their area of expertise and the area where they are lacking, and support for this should be expended. So one is a training, and support means in terms of giving them required resources like allocating the budget, buying the machineries, then I mean giving the training and all those things. So everything required to implement the decision should be provided by the top management. Second one is a culture. There should be a proper training to affect the changes in the attitude and culture. So changing the culture, I mean changing, fine tuning the right culture among the members of the organization is very important. So one aspect to do implement the right culture as per the strategy is through possible only through the training. Continuous improvement, recognize improvement as a continuous process and not merely as one off program. Same like a training, continuous improvement should not be like just one time, after that just forget. So it has been an ongoing process. Customer focus, perfection in service with zero defects, full satisfaction to end users, whether it is internal or external, is very important. Customer, the company has to focus on the customer. The product quality problems should be defects, should be 0 percentage. So the company has to find ways or methods or strategies in order to ensure the products are defectless or with zero defects. Okay, so this will I mean enhance or increase the satisfaction of the customer, because only satisfied customers are one who come and give you repeated business. Control, ensure monitoring and control checks for any deviation from the intended course of implementation. So controlling is nothing but just monitoring and ensure that the people who are involved, all the members of the organization who are involved in the implementation of TQM are following as per the plan. If there is any deviation, ensure that they are put in the correct way or method, so that the planned thing they are working as per the plan. So benefits of TQM, what the good benefits is going to offer the TQM. The benefits arising from implementation of a TQM management in an organizations are: this will increase the awareness of quality culture within the organization. So quality should be, and like what do you say, should be mantra for all the people. Okay, a special emphasis on teamwork will be achieved. So as I told you, as an individual may not have a big impact on the quality or the production process. So they should be trained in such a way to work as a team. TQM will lead to a commitment towards continuous improvement. So once if TQM is, I mean, implemented successfully, there will be a commitment among the members of the organization in achieving the quality, and this will become a continuous. They will implement this continuous improvement. So that's all for today's class. We will, I mean, we will start the next topic with the Six Sigma. Thank you.